Hola, básica. Soy Drake Bell. I'm so excited to be coming to Chile. Get your guys' tickets. Come out and see me. It's going to be a fun, intimate show, just like you guys are in my living room. We're going to get to hang out. You'll hear all the songs you love. See you there.
We're here with Drake Bell, the one and only. What's up, Drake?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for talking to us. How are you feeling? What's up with you today?
I'm feeling good. I am in Florida right now, getting ready to head out to Detroit for my next show. So just on the road and flying in a lot of airplanes and a lot of hotel rooms.
Doing the thing. I love it. I want us to talk about a little bit about your music, your tour, your next visit to Chile. So let's start with a nonstop flight. Amazing project, by the way.
Thank you.
Such a movie, like a movie through sound, and an amazing album. The first thing that sort of pops out to me about the album is that it's quite 35 songs is quite it's an interesting choice in a time where everything is kind of rushed and quick content and short albums and short singles and everything. Was there like a specific choice to do that, to include a big body of song in the album? How did that came about?
Yeah, I mean, it started with just a few songs, and then as I continued writing, um, just more songs kept pouring out, and I was thinking, well, that has to go on the album, and oh, that has to go on the album, and then it started to take on this whole life of its own. And then, I've always loved the idea of a concept album, Sergeant Pepper or Pet Sounds, an album with a full through line and a story that takes you, from beginning to end. And so as the songs kept coming out, it just allowed me to, make this concept album that I've wanted to make. So
Right. In the process of writing it and making it happen, did you find any sort of resistance to this idea of like uh more than 30 songs on a single album?
um luckily I do everything myself. I don't have a label to answer to. So luckily I didn't have anybody to be, saying, oh, this is a little too much. But um it did take a long time. There was some points where we were like, is this record ever going to come out? I mean, what's going on here?
Right.
Because I mean, it took about 4 years from beginning to end to completely complete the record.
Damn. I mean, it shows. It's a very well produced body of work. Musically, it sort of travels through different genres and influences. You've always been kind of like rock guy, right?
Yeah.
Or at least with your roots in rock, and that sort of evolution shows in this album. What were some of the maybe albums, bands, or influences that fed you to produce this album?
Um, the Beatles, the Beach Boys are the
Yeah.
two biggest influences for me. Um, but yeah, I draw from a lot of things. There's my love of music is so eclectic. So I mean, Brian Setzer, the rockabilly stuff, all the '50s stuff. I mean, it's all over the place. So I really got to incorporate all of my musical styles into this album, which is pretty cool.
Right. Is that the same music that you listen to on a daily basis? What inspires you to your work in music to make your albums? Is that the same music that you sort of listen to every day on your everyday playlists?
Yeah, and like I said, it's very eclectic. So that's why the album has so many different styles of music on it.
Lyrically, it's also very honest. You take us through, well, I was going to say a journey, but basically it's a flight. You take us through that journey with you, and allow everyone to
Well,
travel with
that's what
you.
I call it. I call it a musical journey through the skies.
Yes, exactly, and that's exactly what it is. And I have to commend you on your honesty and vulnerability when it comes to songwriting, which I know it's a it's a tough thing to do sometimes, to be transparent, to show everything that what you're going through, what you felt through some certain tough situations. How do you navigate the world of songwriting? How do you sort of draw this balance between what you let out and what you keep to yourself? How much of you is out there in these lyrics?
Oh, well, everything's out there about me now, so I mean, may as well just write about it.
I was gonna say, like, does it come from a urge in you to tell your story in your own terms through music, maybe?
Uh, no, I don't think that there's any urge to tell my story. I think it's just something that naturally happens. That's just how I write. But I don't have any like need to get my story out.
You have 3.8 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Also, millions of followers on TikTok and millions of followers on Instagram. How do you handle being both a musician and this sort of digital pop culture icon?
I don't know. I don't think I really focus on much of that. I just kind of, I just stay busy and travel and tour and work, I think.
Right. Do you not
Short.
pay attention to social media at all?
No, not at all, but hopefully not enough.
You are returning to Chile in a few weeks, a little more than a month, with a show in Club Chocolate. What do you remember, if any, from your last visit to Chile?
The last visit was incredible. I mean, we played this huge festival, and it was a great show. And yeah, I cannot wait to come back. I just remember that I went out there with a friend of mine, and we just had an incredible time. And it's one of those memories that we talk about all the time. And it's really cool that I get to go back and do it again.
Of course, we were talking about Nonstop Flight, but you have a whole history of music that is tied to our lives. I have to mention Found a Way, which I would sing all day in my house when I was growing up. And from then on, you just like kept throwing out hits and innovative music that sometimes was not what everyone was expecting from you. How does it feel to play those, especially those nostalgic songs, I would say, like Found a Way or Makes Me Happy? How does it feel to play that to the audience?
It's amazing. I mean, being able to play songs that everyone in the audience sings along to and has memories of, and it's incredible. It's like when I used to go and watch bands that I love and sing along with them. It's amazing.
Right. Speaking of that, I have to mention Drake and Josh, of course, which is so iconic. I cannot even begin. So iconic, so big here in Latin America, especially. Do you feel that in Latin America we have a special love for the show?
Yeah, I mean the shows, the love for the show in Latin America is incredible. I mean, people in the States love the show. I mean, we have amazing fans in the United States, but outside, it's incredible. I mean, the fans in Latin America have such a love and respect for the show that it's really amazing to be able to visit and get that experience.
Right. Do you ever revisit the show in any way? Do you ever watch it? Maybe listen to the music?
I watch it every night before I go to bed. That's
Love
my,
that.
it's my memories, it's what it's my comfort. I
Yeah.
watch it every night before I go to bed.
Oh my God, I love that. How do you feel about that? Well, you sort of moved to your own industry. You're also an independent artist, so like you said earlier, you don't have to wait for yeses and nos from anyone. But how do you see the entertainment industry today?
Um, I have no idea because I'm so far removed from it. I just do my own thing. When I want to do something, I create it, and then we go. Um, yeah, I'm so far removed from the entertainment industry. I kind of just in my own industry, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just so
You're
much
I
more fun to be able to say, hey, I want to make an album now, and go into the studio and make an album and not have to wait for the label to say okay, or to give you money to make an album, or to not have to go on auditions and wait for someone to say yes, okay, you can be in this movie. Like I can just go develop a movie when I want to. Like we can, as long as you're creative and you're continuing and you're working hard, and you know, you can kind of navigate and do the things that you want to do. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Right. I can imagine, I can only imagine actually, that must be priceless coming from an industry where you had to wait for so many answers and people to sort of allow you to do things you wanted to do and you knew you could do.
Well, yeah, and it's not just because of the position that I'm in, because of my experience or how long I've been doing it or anything like that. I mean, this is something that's available to anybody nowadays because everything's in our control. I mean, I can connect directly with my fans, whereas when I was on Drake and Josh, we didn't have social media. We couldn't talk to our fans directly. We couldn't get, we had to read in magazines if people liked our show, or, you know, and now, people can get fans just by putting out good content and being consistent with their, putting your songs out all the time, putting your music out all the time, catching somebody's algorithm, and got another follower. That's something that was not available to my generation of artists. So not just the fact that, I've gotten to a point in my career where I'm able to do that. I'm just really able to do that now because of things that are accessible to really everyone, you know.
Right.
Before, you'd have to get signed by a label and then hope you get fans and then they come to your shows. But now you can make an Instagram, make a TikTok, do this, and start getting eyeballs, start getting fans, start getting followers without any label or money or anything. And so it just allows you to so many more opportunities. As if you're a creative person,
Right.
you don't have to wait. And also, if you're an impatient creative person, which I am, you want to create, you want to go, you want to, like, let's do something. And that's why the creator, generation has taken off so big, because you've got all these creative people that are going, wait, why do I have to drive to an audition, go into a room, wait for someone to say yes, they say no, go do it again and again and again? Why don't I just go take my camera and go make content that I want to make and be creative? Like, let's go. So it's not just because of, where I am. It's really, the sky's the limit for all creative, artistic people right now.
Exactly. I want to mention something that I don't know every fan knows about you, which is your connection to Latin culture and Latin music. Where does that come from?
I put out a record in 2006 and was touring and doing okay in the States, and I really can't tell you. I just went to Mexico and played some shows, and I was selling out giant stadiums and auditoriums, and the records were number one, and it yeah. And so it just started this connection and relationship with the fans in Latin America that just grew and grew and grew, and has become this wonderful thing, where now I've, you know, just immersed myself in the culture, and um, learning the language and singing in Spanish, and spending so much time in Mexico and all over Latin America. And just it's created this amazing relationship that's really awesome, because it's expanded my music, it's
Right.
expanded my it's really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of unexpected in a way. Does it feel like that, or did
Well,
it
it
feel
was
like that for
totally
you?
unexpected for me too. I mean, it was definitely not some you know planned thing. I just kind of fell into, had a few shows in this area, and all of a sudden was like, oh, I found my people. All right,
Right,
let's go.
right. Let me tell you, from
Oh, you guys
knowing
like
you
the same
from,
things. Oh, you guys like the same music I like. You guys like the same things I like. Oh, we're gonna have fun. Okay.
yes, knowing you from Drake and Josh, I never imagined I would ever hear you sing La Camisa Negra by Juanes. That's that, and you did it so well. Such a great version, but it's so
Thank
kind of
you.
unexpected and so unique to, especially to us here in Latin America.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Juanes, and when I started singing in Spanish, a lot of fans were saying, "Oh, he sounds like Juanes. He sounds like Juanes," and I'm like, "Well, I don't think so." Uh, but so for the fans, I would sing La Camisa Negra live, like as a joke, like, "Hey, if you guys say I sound like Juanes, like here you go." And so I would play it live, and the fans would love it, and then they would start requesting it and screaming it out live because they'd see it on YouTube or something,
Yeah.
and uh, and so I decided to cut it on my record, and I play it live all the time now, and it's sort of become one of my, every time I play live, someone's like, "La Camisa Negra." I'm like,
Yes.
it's not even my song, but it's sort of become one of my staples. It's great.
No, it really is so unique. You recently released "Break Your Heart" featuring Kevin Roldan.
Yep.
Uh, such a bop, made for the dance floor. It feels so current. It feels so fresh. And in contrast with the music that we were talking to about earlier, is like, how do you navigate and choose what you? I know you told me you're a very eclectic listener. How do you choose what goes into, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like what? I imagine nothing stops you from releasing any song in any genre. Is it like that?
No, nothing. Yeah, definitely not. No, I've released music in all genres. I mean, if you look up my
Yes.
discography, you're gonna find some stuff that you're gonna go, "What?"
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Definitely.
That is so unique to your artistry, I think.
Well, I just I want to record what I want to listen to, and
Yeah.
my 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 love for music is all over the place. So, you know, I think that nonstop flight really captures that. It takes you all. You're going, what style is this? That's why it's so hard. People are like, "So what style is your new album?" I'm like, "Oh man, rock, pop, bossa nova,
Yeah.
Latin,
Yes.
uh, singer songwriter,
Yeah.
power pop." Uh, I mean, it's just, you can, I don't know. It's Drake Bell.
Yeah. Surfer rock and a little bit of hillbilly and a little
Yeah,
bit of, yes.
totally. There's country on there. I mean, it's hard. It's everything.
Yeah. Um, you have mentioned before that you enjoy songwriting as much as you love performing, and it shows. You are a very crafty songwriter. You have produced so many, like a lot of music as well, which I don't like. I think time goes by so fast that we forget. But you have put out a lot of stuff. Has the songwriting process changed for you at all throughout the years?
Um, no, I mean, it's always pretty much the same. You get a burst of inspiration, and you're in the right place, the right time, and the right stuff comes out. And it's just can't really plan it. Songwriting sessions never really produce great songs, and sometimes they do, but most of the time it has to be like, or you're taking an idea that was inspiration into a songwriting session. Um, but no, it's, yeah. I mean, pretty much the same.
Yeah. Do you just like get a vibe and you maybe record it on a voice note and then you go along with that?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. I have a billion voice notes.
Yeah. Um, you have gone through a lot of different artistic stages, like we were talking. What do you think is the sort of the thing that moves you through all these endeavors? Like whether it's acting or producing music or performing music, what would you say is the sort of the force that drives you to do all of these things?
I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
It's just, I want to have fun. I think that's why I'm always, even in acting, it was like, I wanted to make movies like superhero movie and shows like Drake and Josh, and um, you know, Spider-Man, Fairly Odd Parent, these things. I just want to have fun. I've never really wanted to be so serious actor, get my awards, and be respected in the, like, I just, it's just have fun. And touring is so much fun, and being able to get to be with the fans, and you know visit places like Chile and Argentina and Mexico and Europe and all over the states. I mean, it's just, getting to see all of these places, and it's just fun, man. And life's short, so
Yeah.
yeah.
You have done so much for the entertainment industry. You are such an icon for our generation and for many more generations. I really just want to commend you on continuing to do your thing and putting out stuff that is great quality, and it's also a reflection of who you are as an artist and whatever you choose to share from you as a person as well. I
Thank you.
Listen, talking to you right here is insane. I literally grew up with you, and I have grown up with you, seeing what you do, and I think I speak for many people my age, and from not only this country but everywhere, where we have such devotion to icons like you. And I think it's great that we can continue as fans, as you as an artist, to make, continue this relationship and sort of, yeah, we've grown up together, let's grow all together. Like, I'm so ready for that.
100%. Exactly. You put it great, and it's like, even with me and Josh, we're doing some appearances right now that are going really well, and
Yes.
we're hanging out and stuff, and it is, and I'm seeing that with the fans, where we're getting that same reaction with the two of us too, is like, hey, we grew up on you, and now what's next? Let's grow old together. So it's that was really cool how you put that. But yeah, that's my goal, is just to keep creating cool art that's fun and people want to enjoy and share together and keep going.
Yeah, I saw you and Josh in Anaheim, and I screamed. I
Yeah.
have to ask you, because the fans are gonna kill me if I don't. Is there any chance of you guys doing anything other than appearances? Anything
Oh,
that?
I mean, there's always a chance.
Okay, I like that. So there's a chance, and are there any conversations happening, or pre-happening, or like pre-happening?
Oh, I mean, we talk all the time.
Do you keep in touch with each other like that?
Of course.
Oh my God. Do you guys ever talk about the show?
Of course.
What do you guys talk about the
What do
show?
you
Like,
mean? What do you mean? We're normal people. Of course we talk. We talk about the show. We talk about our kids. We talk about memories. We talk about the future. We talk about, it's interesting because, I think that sometimes people do forget that we really are these two guys that have known each other since we were 13 years old,
Right.
We have such a history there that we really are like brothers. So to sit and tell you, well, what do you guys talk about? Well, what do you guys, it's like, well, what do you and your brother talk about? You're like,
Right.
oh my God, on what day, at what time? Like we talk about everything. I mean, this morning I was talking to my brother about this, and then, oh, last night I was talking to him, this thing I was dealing with, and and then he was talking to me about his, this thing and that thing, and and last week I was, this thing with, I mean, it's so hard to, like,
Yeah.
it's, we've known each other for 25 years, so it's just a relationship like that. We're gonna be friends for life, and but now, we talk about our kids and boring stuff.
I mean, that warms my heart so much. I mean, like you said, yeah, of course you guys talk about everything. You guys grew up together, but it's like, from our perspective as the fans, it's crazy. And it's been 25 years. Oh my God.
Yeah,
No
I
fucking
mean, who knows?
way.
Let's not count. Let's just keep
Yes.
that grow old together vibe.
Yes, I love that. Oh my God, Drake Bell, thank you so much. I am so excited to see you back in Chile. Thank you so much for talking to us, taking this time.
Yeah, thank you.
I know life is crazy, and yeah, I just wish you success and peace, and that you can continue to put out music and art that you feel connected to, because we are going to connect to it as well.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much.